Well, I still love y'all.
He's counting on some of you to post videos, so he can at least...
Anybody take videos? Anybody want to take? No? No? I'll have to have you redo it. Who's first time? My second favorite question. Who started watching this show within 2 years ago? I love that. We're getting stronger. We're gaining momentum. Sorry, I'm not used to being in front of microphones.
Mine doesn't work.
Yeah. We can share.
Hello. Can you hear yourself?
Yeah, I can hear me. I can hear you too.
Okay. Hey. How many of you are Canadian?
We're sort of like honorary by now. I mean, I've spent a third of my life in Canada. I'm like, and at least this is the warm Canada, not like right? Isn't Toronto and Montreal all snowy and crazy? Can anybody come Saskatchewan? That's a fake word. Yeah, moose jaw.
We could be filming none of that.
I'll have none of that.
All of the Canadians were like, they're just like, I don't understand what they're saying.
Well, cool. Let's get to some questions. I'm sure there's some people. Yes, right there. She's opening up her phone.
She's like, oh, me? Oh, I'm just gonna make a phone call.
Hey, Mom? Yeah.
Pick me first.
I'll be on there.
Okay, I'm leaving now. You owe me $100.
Sorry, I'm named Jared.
That is not a Canadian accent.
It's Australian.
Love it.
Teaching me, or us, that volcanoes are like mountains that are volcanoes. So I was wondering where that quote came from.
That, so that...
I got it, sorry. Afternoon panel.
You let her finish it.
You gave out phantasms were in good likes them all.
I always like more phantasms. But so Clickhole is a satirical website, and none of the articles they do are true. They just make fun of celebrities and stuff. And so I saw it, and it made me laugh because the picture also is one of the pictures where I'm like, it looks like something I would have said. So I never actually said it, and I indeed did not go to college. But I thought, what was the quote? So it was saying it was like quotes from the stars, and my quote was, "Volcanoes are like mountains, they're volcanoes." Total Keanu Reeves moment. Bill and Ted Keanu.
And man, it's like an epiphany too. It's like, oh, volcanoes are like mountains that are volcanoes. Now I get it.
Eureka!
Jared, tell us about your aha moment.
Yes, like mountains.
All right.
Thank you for the question. Did you do something?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Just yell. You've got a loud enough voice.
Morning, y'all.
After last night's performance, I've never seen you perform live like that, Jeff, so that was amazing. When the hell are you going to make a solo record so I can come see you perform?
That would require me to have music and to write music and to have songs, which I don't do. Oh, just bum their songs? Sorry, Bob, guys. I'm gonna take your songs now.
They can help you write them.
They can help you write them. Yeah, you know, I will say that it was, I kind of blacked out. I'm not quite sure what happened up here last night. I do know that I walked backstage afterwards and went like, what just happened? That was quite an adrenaline rush. And I was actually talking to somebody, and I'm like, now I get why that is the #1 job, I think, in the world, is to be a rock star.
That's how people do it until they're like 70. What's Mick Jagger, 93?
Exactly. Yeah, it's not like he can't retire.
It's hard up.
Yeah. So yeah, but you know, I've been asked that question, you know, to do music, and again, I say I'm not a musician. I just like music, and if I can surround myself with musically talented people, then it just is a lot of fun for me. I won't say that'll never happen, but I don't know if it'll happen anytime soon.
Also, Jared, I didn't forget you.
That's okay. Oh yeah, yeah. Dean Forrester rules. It's raining.
I don't know what that means.
The other one. I saw a little shape jumping. I thought it was cute. Is that a human being or is that a trick of the eye?
Does it look like an airplane's coming at us?
Is there an airplane?
Hi, I have a question for both of you. In Yellow Fever, how many takes did you guys have to do when the cat took you out?
How many takes? How many takes?
I remember Phil was directing that episode, and I did one take, obviously not nearly as corny as they ended up with. And then he said, listen, I want you to just scream as loud and as long as you possibly can. Don't worry,
It went on for a long time.
don't worry, I can always save it in editing. And I don't know why I decided to trust him that day, but
I think they still did cut a little bit out.
they did. Oh, yeah. Hey, look, don't threaten me with, you know, a good time. I will keep chasing you around.
It went on so long, but I was like, okay, well, he's just gonna keep going. I'm gonna relax. Then Apples comes up and like jumps. I'm gonna
So we did it, I don't know, maybe we did it like 2, maybe 3 times, and then I finally told Phil, I was like, listen, we've got the scene in that episode where, you know who goes that? Crazy people! That whole, that was that we actually shot that scene directly after the cat scare scene. And I knew that there was a lot of dialogue in that scene, and I told Phil, listen, if I keep going with this cat screaming thing, I'm not gonna have a voice to speak in this next scene, so we ended up not doing too many takes of it.
Phil's like, that's cool.
He's like, yeah, that's fine. I'd rather get this and just save that for another day. Yeah.
And the irony of that episode is the only person who actually got scared during the filming of that episode was me. We felt like the snake coming over. It was a big snake, and the guy, and I was like, man, the guy is laying on his back behind the couch with this mat, 15 or something like hundreds of pounds.
It was, I think it was like 180 pounds. 180 pounds.
He's like trying to push that snake over, and I'm like, he's gonna piss that snake off. That snake's gonna, I'm having.
Well, the snake didn't want it. It wasn't going, and so this snake wrangler,
Real drama.
was like hunting. Like, yeah, that's good. Anchor it up and then send it over here. I'm not kidding. The snake was like not wanting to crawl over the couch. It wanted to just go down to the floor, and it kept like pushing it, shoving it. I look over the couch, and this guy is like, I mean, it was like wrestling a snake, just trying to get it to come over to me. And so I just remember at one point when the snake finally did decide to come over my shoulder, I looked, and the head's bigger than my fist.
Oh, it's good.
You know.
That was good. You did the other side?
Meanwhile, Jared's like 6 feet away at the other end of the couch, and he just goes, yeah. It's on me, and he's the one running out of the room.
I'm not gonna die for a shot I'm not even in. I'm gonna die and see you on camera. Thank you. Yes. Oh, you have a voice. You're gonna need a microphone. Is that due to last night or 2 nights ago?
And last weekend.
And let's right on.
Yeah.
So it's been like a whole week in progress.
It's been 2 weeks. I'm actually shocked that I'm alive right now. So I travel for a living, and I know that you guys don't get a lot of time by yourselves to do whatever you want. So given the opportunity, where would you go on a road trip?
On a road trip? I would actually love to go, and I've talked about this for a long time, I would love to go to Montana or North Montana, maybe.
So no.
That area of the Rockies, like Van, and the pictures I've seen, I think there's a train that does it as well.
Those are east-west.
Yeah, so I would love to kind of go on a road trip through the mountains. It's fun because I think I would do a lot of road trips when I was kind of between Gilmore Girls and San Antonio. I would drive back and forth I-10 in America, and it's flat. And so you just kind of zone out, and when you're kind of driving in the mountains, it forces you to slow down because you're not going to go 80 miles an hour around a hairpin turn. You might, I'm not going to. So it forces you to slow down and really see the scenery and really take the time. So I think I'd probably try and go to the mountains.
Yeah, that's a good option.
Still my answer.
I really like the southern Oregon coast, northern California coast.
Yes.
The redwoods and that's. We used to drive up and back down every year for the season. We drive up in the beginning of July, and then we would drive down mid-April when the season would end. And a few times we actually drove our own cars, but we went together, like caravan down there. It was a convoy, I'm not gonna lie.
We're the
And we had walkie-talkies.
And purely just for the novelty of walkie-talkies, we had cell phones at the time. My cell phone's on my hip, and I hear, "What's your 20?" I'm still like right behind you.
Well, we were driving by ourselves, so it was just instead of having to have the cell phone on and rack up the minutes, we literally just say walkie-talkies, just keep each other company. We're like, "Hey, you hungry yet? You want to pull over?" "No, I'm good." "All right, let's go for another 2 miles."
You want to pull over? Over. I'm good. Over.
Would you do the sound? Niner have to do the sound and already does that.
Echo Foxtrot, Niner.
But a couple of times, I don't know if we did it. Yeah, I know I did once or twice when I was driving up down. I did that. I hooked it over to the coast and drove that Southern Oregon, Northern California coast, and it's incredible. So I know that one's good. I wouldn't mind doing that one again.
Did you stop in Santa Cruz again?
In Santa Cruz? Probably.
I mean, it's where you fall to cheer.
Yeah. Well, I know I've been there, so I assume I stopped there.
Thank you.
That's all right. I got my coffee. I'm good to go.
It's mostly for Jared, but I wouldn't mind your input too, Jensen. Recently, you posted a picture of you wearing Sam's tattoo. So, are we going to get to see that in an episode? Are we going to get to see Sam get it? Or are we going to find out why now?
It was a makeup tattoo. I don't actually have it.
Yeah.
Can you take the shirtless selfies again? I thought we both agreed that we were just going to leave that to Mark.
It was in fussy because it was with Mel. Yeah, it was down. It was right before we stole your jet ski. Yeah, so it was for an episode, and I don't think I'll be giving anything away by saying it's not current Sam Vessel. Sam, it's a flashback of sorts.
Then can I ask one more question? Because
Yes.
why?
Don't get me fired.
Why had Sam not gotten re-tattooed? Because he's messing around with strange demons without protection, and that's dangerous for Sam.
Yeah, I mean, he sounds like a Winchester. Sorry, plug your ears.
Because you're Sam Winchester, not Sam Lou's Chester.
That was my favorite. I got giddy. I was like,
Right here. Yes.
Good morning.
Morning.
So you guys are adorable and your kids are absolutely adorable as well. And so I'm wondering, do they realize what all of this is yet? Like how did they come to that consciousness yet?
No, not at all. They just know that I work with Uncle Jensen and Uncle Criffy. But I mean, they know they can see me on the screen, but I don't think they realize, like my niece, Juliet, who was born in 08, so she's 7. She was in like first grade, she was 6 years old, and I guess one of the teachers was like, Padalecki? Like, Jared Padalecki? She goes, yeah, that's my uncle. And like, it finally occurred to her that I was on TV. I know every now and again, we're exhausted, we'll hand like an iPad over to one of the kids. We'll be like, here, watch Dinosaur Train, or like, watch, Peppa Pig, or whatever, Wild Kratts. I'm like plugging all these shows. I have no financial affiliation with any of those shows. And I guess if you watch YouTube, there's a screen where you can push things, and I guess there was a picture of me, and so he pushed it, and there was a scene like where Sam was getting beat up by somebody. I know, and I wasn't there, but it took Jen a second to understand what was going on, and she looked over, and he looked more, she's like, what are you watching? And she grabbed it, and I was like, buddy, and he goes, that man hurt daddy. And so I'm on set, like, and I'm filming, and I get back to my phone, and I have like 6 text messages, like, hey, call me, FaceTime me as soon as you can. And I was like, oh my God, what's going on? And so she just wanted me to like talk to Tom, be like, let's just pretend, buddy. Look, I'm all fine, nothing happened. Oh, and then also FaceTiming. So Sam gets injured a little bit in the beginning of the season. What are we doing? And so I was FaceTiming because I'd be at work before the kids woke up, and I'd get home after they went to bed, so I FaceTime with them. But I can't like wash my makeup off to FaceTime, get the makeup on to film. And so I had to keep on explaining, like, hey, kiddo, look, it's just not real, it's fake. It's really cute, but it reminds her.
No, she doesn't. She'll see me, like if there was a commercial or show happens to be on TV, flipping channels. Danielle said the other day, I happened to pop up, it was a commercial, and she just goes, oh, hey, there's Daddy. And then she just goes right back to bed. So, yeah.
My kids want me to like turn it off and put Ice Age on. Oh, there's Daddy. Put Ice Age back on.
Yeah, there's Daddy. There's Daddy. Can we watch planes?
Thank you. Yes, first row.
Okay, so my question kind of goes along with hers. Your children are adorable.
Thank you.
How do you guys balance your time between work with on the Supernatural set and then your children?
Delicately. It's really difficult. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of my kind of anxieties and stuff are from trying to balance everything. I've had to kind of force myself to stop trying to multitask. Like when I'm on set, I'm there to work, you know what I mean? I'm there with my crew, I'm there with my fellow actors, but it's difficult to try and be a daddy and a husband and a friend and a brother and a son and a father while working, and I think he and I still have the same dedication to Sam and Dean Winchester that we did before wives and kids happened, and so when I'm at work, I don't want to say work, when I'm acting, when I'm Sam Winchester, I'm Sam effing Winchester, right?
You're in work mode.
I'm in work mode, and conversely, when I go home, Sam is out the window, and I'm dad, I'm husband, I'm friend, we're out to the neighborhood. So I just had to convince myself to stop trying to multitask all the time.
Yeah, it's interesting. So both of our families have actually been up here with us for the past month, just because it's so damn hot in Texas. And it's awesome here right now. So they've been here for a while, but Danielle actually mentioned the other day, this is during the week, and filming 12 hours a day, coming home, going right to bed, waking up the next morning, going right back to work. There's not a whole lot of time during the week when we're filming to kind of get into dad mode or husband mode. So she kind of said, you've been really distant the past couple days. And this was like on a Thursday or something. And I realized that like throughout the week, I kind of stay in work mode. Because I'm thinking about, okay, what do I have to do tomorrow? I've got these scenes, I've got work shooting out this location. That means it's going to be a tight turnaround because we're traveling an hour. That's 2 hours of travel.
And that's a big day of dialogue, so I'm going to pre-learn the
So
scenes.
yeah, I got to do the scenes, start figuring out when am I going to when am I going to do this, when am I going to do that, and I kind of keep that workload throughout the week, and then usually when he and I will travel home on the weekends to Texas, I leave all that up here, and I'm able to just compartmentalize that and keep it up here. When I arrive in Texas, it's like dad mode.
And I read somewhere, he and I both also have dogs, and I had dogs before kids. And I read somewhere, I think I was like reading how to socialize a dog with a baby and this and that. And they said something to the effect, whoever was writing this was, just try and spend like 10 to 15 quality minutes with your dog every day. Even if you're around your dogs 24/7, if they're next to you, it's different being next to you and having a connection. And so I really try and focus on being in the here and now. If I'm at work, or if I'm with my dogs, or if I'm with my family. If the kids are busy and I get 5 minutes, even in the same room with my wife and kids, if I get 5 minutes to focus on Jen and I and what's going on, as opposed to kind of constantly being aware of everything around. I feel like because I get this thing too. I get the same commitment. Luckily, we have patient wives who get it, and they're not like, how dare you? They get their accuracy, right? So they're like, hey, you're in work mode. Like, remember the Jesus thing.
Yeah, I'd like Danielle will come up and she'll go, hey, pay attention to her. Yeah. And she'll say that just, lovingly, I'll be like, oh my gosh, of course, yes. Stop what I'm doing and pay attention to my daughter. She's growing at an incredible rate, and I'm gonna miss things if I don't pay attention. So it is a very delicate thing that he and I will help each other out with. We try to support each other in balancing that family work life.
Yeah. When it's a weekend and he's calling me incessantly, I do him a favor and don't answer.
It's true. He screens my calls. But yeah, thanks for that.
Thank you. Thank you. And thanks for acknowledging also, because it is a big, crazy vibe. I see a standard. Hi.
I'm
I like
from
shirt.
Texas, Houston.
Yeah, right on. Welcome.
It is really hot as hell at home.
Yeah.
And this is really nice.
Isn't it nice?
I love it. I'm like, can I just stay here until the summer's over?
That's basically what our wives are doing.
Yeah.
They're not here to see us. They're here for the free air conditioning.
You don't even need air conditioning.
That's what I'm saying. It's just nature's air conditioning.
That's all we do at home. Walk from one AC to another. My question is, I just wanted to thank you for bringing attention to mental illness and depression. I have severe depression and anxiety disorder. Sorry. And
You apologize.
a lot of my friends and family don't really know. And just the fact that you came out and said that means a lot. And thank you for doing that. And the attitudes in reverse that you have as well, thank you for that too, because it's not just women in general that feel that way. It's a lot of people have these poor attitudes about social stigmas and everything. And I just want to thank y'all for bringing attention to that. And what other causes do you want to participate in the future or bring light to in the future?
Yeah, that's a great question. First off, thank you for sharing. Your family here now knows that we're all family, we're all having back. It's a really neat, I don't know the right word for it, but it's a really amazing, fantastic, awesome opportunity to get to a place where you can really affect change. And I think he and I have kind of grown with each other. We were successful actors before the show started, but now we've really got this voice. We're working, we're growing and learning as husbands and fathers and friends and everything. And so he and I are at a place where our eyes and ears are open, and that's one of the reasons we started the foundation. It's to kind of, as different causes and different things reveal themselves that we might not be aware of yet, we can help kind of get them up and going and up and running and help them however we can. But I think the real help is this, it's sharing, because if anybody says they've never gone through something, then they're either lying or they're 1 day old, In that case, they shouldn't be talking. But would be really strange. So yeah, just sharing, being open-minded, and having the forgiveness for those that don't understand what you're going through, that they don't have for you, or for me. You know, so I try to remind myself if somebody doesn't really empathize or understand, and I want to be like, you know, I want to tell myself like, no, give them the forgiveness that you're hoping to get from them, or the understanding. You know, the understanding they just don't know yet. That's fine. They'll give them a chance to learn and grow as we ourselves can learn and grow. Thank you.
I was just wondering if, because I know you both sort of left home, like sort of young and like didn't go to university or anything. I was just wondering if like what helped you get through that, like what helped you being away from your family and just sort of not doing stuff with your friends.
Yeah, what helped us kind of get away from
I was very fortunate to have found some really quality friends in California when I moved there at 18. I also imported a couple. So I had a very close friend of mine, still to this day. His name's Ty, and he and I were actually going to go to college. We had both gotten accepted to the same college. We had gone out there for orientation. We had our student ID cards. We were already like talking to like fraternity presidents and stuff. And we had our classes set. We had our dorm assignment, and he and I were gonna be roommates. And literally like a few weeks before I was supposed to ship out to college, I was like, no, I'm going to LA. And so poor Ty is sitting there going like, roomie, what? Yeah, he's like, well, I don't want to go out there by myself. So he actually didn't go to college, and he stayed.
It's all his fault. Destroying education one at a time.
He's very successful. He has a beautiful wife and 2 beautiful daughters. But he was like, well, I don't want to go out there by myself and not know anybody. I'm going to stay here, just go to local community college for the first semester and figure it out. So I go out to LA. I book a job and I start working pretty quickly.
Is it VanCon?
No. This is before that. We'll get there. And so I get there a few months after being there, I got pretty homesick. I got really homesick. And I convinced Ty to come out to LA. And I'm like, I'm working on a show, I get you a job in production, no problem. Not realizing how difficult it would be. Thankfully, he did get a job. He was like the production coordinator for the Rosie O'Donnell show at like 19. Oh, yeah, this guy, he's a sharp guy.
He also looks young. Like he probably looks 19 right now.
Yeah. But so anyway, so I imported him, and then he and I, then I had a running mate kind of thing, and then we got a really good group of guys. Oddly enough, they were all Southern, in like Arkansas, Oklahoma, another Texas guy. So I found kindred spirits out there, and I think that's what really kind of helped me steer clear of any wrong paths. And I talk to my parents and family every day almost. So.
And I sort of similar. I found a lot of big people. I had 2 or 3 friends in LA that allowed me to be who I was, which is I think the most important thing about a friendship is being able to be who you are and them being able to be who they are. And then honestly, I just kept moving my feet. I just kept busy. I got homesick often, but I road trip, just get in my car and drive to that. But yeah, it's almost like, keep fighting until you figure out what you're fighting for. I just kept working, I just kept moving my feet.
Yeah, there was not much downtime, I don't think, for either. Longest, since I was 18 years old, was the longest that I went without having the promise of a job. And that was too long for me.
That'll never happen again. We gotta get, guys. We love you all.
Thank you all so much.